We've always been a very busy company.
We do weddings, corporate functions, all manner of catering.
The problems for us have never been that we've been short of work. It's always been that we've been struggling to cope.
We got involved in the mentoring programme because we were just so busy all the time, working so many hours, but we didn't seem to be making the profit that we should have been making. And we couldn't understand why, because we couldn't have worked any harder.
Dormen and our business mentor were fundamental in making us take a step back and look at the whole picture and just why we were so busy and just why the money wasn't rolling in as it should have been.
I think the main thing it's done for us, it's opened our eyes to look for what aspects of the business are good and what are not good.
There are certain aspects of the business that I find very difficult. And I'm not a number cruncher, but my business mentor is. So if I'm stuck, I can turn for additional help on top of maybe some advice given to me by my accountant. I now feel that my time is better spent, so my personal life, our personal life is better because we have more time, we have more energy, which means we can plough more into the business in a more positive way.
We've recently done a large function for RIAS Insurance at the Opera House in Bournemouth for 700 covers, which is something that a year ago we probably wouldn't have attempted.
The advice is superb. It's professional, it's real advice for free.
Part of the difficult decision and discussion that I've been having with the mentor is how far we expand. I mean, at the moment we are bespoke furniture makers, and I never wanted to I never started making furniture to run a factory. You know, at the end of the day, I want people to be able to walk in here and get the feeling that this is a place where excellence happens and where craftspeople work, not a kind of large factory and not where we kind of produce kitchen boxes. So it's a question of finding the scale of the thing, and I think, you know, with 2 or 3, maybe 4 furniture makers in here, that's just about right. We don't want to be any bigger than that. We've been in here now for 3 weeks. And it's early days, but I mean, the first thing that's happened is, I mean, over the past 5 years, we've got increasingly involved with large projects, and I've had to subcontract most of the work out on those. So straight away within this space, we now have the machinery and the space to bring a lot more of that work in-house. So straight away, you know, I had impressive turnover figures, but not very impressive profit figures, just because we were having to subcontract so much of our manufacturing out, and now we can bring that in-house. So, you know, we are now working on our first, well, I mean, it's a £100,000 project in-house. And I've had to subcontract half a dozen of those kinds of projects out in the past. So, you know, it gives us the scope and the potential to increase the turnover and profit, which is fantastic. Well, my mentor brought a certain amount of toughness and commerciality to the dealings, I suppose, because the farmers here are very much like me, I guess. They are very nice people who just want to make everybody happy, and I want to be a good tenant. But they brought in Simmons and Sampson, who are obviously fairly hard-nosed, and I just felt I needed to bring somebody in to kind of counter that, to make sure I wasn't going to get screwed down to an agreement that I wasn't happy with. So I think that just added a bit of balance to the conversation, and Michael was very good at that element of the negotiation, and we actually forged what was really quite a good deal for me, I think, at the end of the day. So I was very happy with that. We've got the other wing of the building to extend, which is part 2 of the scheme really, and that's going to be our office and showroom, and a bit more workshop space as well. So once we've got that, we'll be kind of fully expanded and as large a business, I think, as I want to be. We've taken 2 part-time apprentices on, so now there are effectively 3 of us full-time. The maximum I can see us expanding is 5 of us in all. So. And I think we could easily be there by next year. I mean, at the moment, the order book's full until July of next year. So we have as full an order book as I've ever had, which is great. You know, it's nice to have that security at the same time as moving, because it would be very easy for us to move and then suddenly find we didn't have any work. So, you know, it's a lovely opportunity to be in, to have moved, to have a decent order book, and in effect not have to be looking for other work right now, because it means we can concentrate on getting this place up and running and achieving the kind of quality we want to be able to achieve.